Hey guys.
Hi.
Is Kai starting the live stream?
Yes, it is live. He was just on here and jumped off for some reason.
Okay, nice.
He's
Good
Lulu,
morning,
apparently.
Liz.
Good morning.
Lulu?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, it's Lulu.
Lulu. Okay, let's try this. Computer crashed. Fast, I can restart. 2 minutes. Hey Griff, they changed the streaming settings here. Looks better.
Where you guys headed?
Nashville.
Oh, nice. Wedding time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Lindsay, you said you're going to take notes, right?
Yeah, I've got it up.
Okay, cool. Did you put it in the chat?
It was already there, yeah.
Hey, Wojtek.
Are you...
Hello, beautiful people.
Hi.
Oh.
I'm going to take notes, right? Are you going to try to do it, or?
Many people should try to take notes.
Really?
Yeah.
It would be great if you took notes.
Wow, we have a lot of people here. That is exciting. So, I think since we have so many people, we might as well just get started. Does anyone want to tell us? Is the live stream going, Kai?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's on.
Well then, who wants to start with how their week went?
I can go.
Go.
Yeah. Okay. I'm in Israel this week, so I've been bouncing around a little bit, but I've been working a lot on Burning Man and kind of catching up and trying to push Scaling Now through and catching up on some milestones and getting ready for the next Reward DAO milestones. And that's all that's coming to mind right now. So I'll pass it on to Kai.
I was hanging a little low this week, visiting my parents on the countryside. Did just some stuff, leaderboard thing, decentral leaderboard. and some small stuff on GitHub. What about Wojtek? You did a lot, I think.
Hey guys, well, I did something. I've been doing a lot of development lately because we're trying to push forward the bridge. I was talking to a lot of people on GitHub and a lot of potential contributors outside of that as well. Responded to billions of emails from still from AdCon. And I'm pretty sure I forgot about like 3 or 4 different other things. But yeah, that's the gist. Let's go with, I guess, Griff.
Hey guys, yeah, I had a busy week as usual, managing so many projects. So the open source block explorers is happening this week. We have a new project manager that might be able to take some problems off my hands, so that's really exciting. Did a lot of stuff for DAppNode. I had a big meeting with Infura, which was really cool here in person. They're really cool guys. Potential collaboration there. And they love Giveth, so that's great. We got stuck on the milestone triple check a little bit, but RJ saved the day as usual. And I also, while we were doing that, was working with Bowen on the plan for our security and just trying to nail down all the details on that so that we can have a document that explains our plan. Did a lot of the manifesto stuff, voting on manifestos. Had a call with Aragon, specifically with Maria, about strategy for how to keep our dreams with Aragon and Giveth separate, and just like brainstorming things. Had a bunch of Burning Man stuff that I did, of course, adding more people to the camp. Funded an open bounty finally. I have been crashing at my crypto house the last couple of days, and Kevin is really excited about starting an animal charity, so he just talked about that for a while. Coordinating some meetings with Basis Coin with Jordy for investigation. We got some donations this week. We got the EdCon donation. We got the for winning the super demo. We got the Kenya donation in, and I think there was one more too that I was working on, but forget. And also I've been working on a design and doing the groundwork for potentially adding a unicorn basic income reward DAO. So been working on that. And a bunch of other stuff too that I'm forgetting, I'm sure. How about Lorelei?
Hey, I have been doing a lot of these things with Griff, going to these meetings and catching up, and yeah, getting a little stuck on triple checking, but excited to be able to move forward and get people paid on that now that we're not glitching. And yeah, we're just doing airport stuff right now, so I'm mostly gonna like coordinate life, so hopefully Griff can be as present as possible. Let's see. I can't see people's names on here. Wojtek, did you check in?
Chris is left, for example. RJ is also here.
Okay, RJ.
Are we doing check-in or what we did?
We do what we did.
Okay. Yeah, so I've just been, I guess this morning, writing the script to make development using the bridge and feathers and the whole app easier locally. I'm still working with 0x project on the code coverage. It's working, but there's package is kind of in flux, and so I need to make a few changes to update. And yeah, just general, I guess a lot of testing recently. Sorry, I don't know who hasn't gone because it just showed up.
Chris?
Yes. Okay. Hey, Sorry about the background noise because I'm in an airport, so I'll try to do this efficiently. So I'm here because I'm traveling through Canada and now flying to the US. What have I done? So for that reason, I tried to stick for once to my halftime. But I've worked on dishing the comp points. I had a long chat with Cleo, updating her on Giveth, and she also invited us to ETH Berlin in September. I had a long chat with Griff on financial thingies, regular rewards, and so that resulted, as Griff said, in the UBI ID that we already discussed with the DApp team, but more is coming up for that for here. And also the point spot bounty that Griff created. So that's one of the things we talked about. Then for the manifesto, so I did the evaluating, reading all of the posts, giving points, discussion some more on how to reward. Lots of back and forth with Yealer on how to give feedback, how to put this one out, and then writing a bit myself on this, tweeting it, sharing it, etc. Then a communications meeting and follow up on some of the points. Some are still coming. So there's also then I attended the DApp meeting where we discussed a bit about UBI, but also for AMA and AMA and Ask Me Anything event that we'll do in Barcelona for all interested charities. Sorry for the background noise. Then what else? Oh yeah, so I had a fun chat with the pyramid scheme that is using our name and will give us a percentage of their income. So it's going to be 10%, 10 Ether at least. He says we will get. We'll see, but we're not promoting this, of course. And then tonight we'll give a presentation in New York for the Blockchain Week. Presentation / panel, and I also might go to see Richard Burton from Balance.io in New York because he's hosting.
Are you done, Chris? Or
I have no idea where I got cut off.
Oh, I think you're talking about Richard Burton.
Oh yeah, fantastic! You were paying attention, yay!
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. I hope you meet up with Rick. I like that guy.
Yeah, I like him too. So yeah, that was actually the last point. So I'll normally be doing that in New York as well because he wants to do something else than the consensus craziness, just like people working together. So I'll try to make that. And that's it for me. And I don't know if anyone else has to go.
No, we should go to check-in then. If there's, please speak up if you haven't.
I think Lindsay hasn't
Kate's
gone.
here. I've gone, but Kate's here.
Okay.
I literally just showed up. Sorry.
Man, that's so funny. I see so many people here, but maybe not. But, okay, sorry, Kate. Go for it.
I don't even know where we are.
Oh, just what you were up to this week.
I don't know. YouTube stuff, I guess. That's about it, yeah. I don't know if anyone else hasn't gone. I'm a bit out of the loop right now.
Okay, then we can check in.
Okay, so I'm distracted by having to be arriving at the airport right now and getting out of the Uber. And my intention is to have a very quick meeting and probably discuss 1.5 topics. How about Chris?
Yeah, also for intention is to have a quick meeting. Distraction is my delayed flight, but the advantage is that I can attend this one. Giving it to Lindsay.
Here to support, no distractions, no time limits, so I'm here. and want a quick meeting if that's what you guys all want. But otherwise, I'm here for the long run. On to RJ.
Yeah, no distractions. And yeah, it should be a quick meeting.
Hi, I'm distracted because I'm finishing my tax return for France. It took me a whole day. Stupid France. But yeah, I'm done and looking for a short meeting. Kai.
I'm only distracted by writing the notes. Otherwise, I also want to have a short meeting. And yeah, let's get on with it. Kate.
I'm not that distracted. I did forget about the meeting, and I'm dyeing my hair though. But I wanted to come for one of the Lumio proposals. So I don't know if anyone else hasn't gone. Fellow Jitsters, there's a couple of them. If they're gonna name themselves. No. Has RJ gone?
Yes.
The fellow Gister is Griff.
Yeah, so I think we all checked in, so then we can start.
Perfect. So then, yeah. So then we have two things. I guess logistics. Kai, do you want to discuss the email thing in this meeting?
Not really. If anybody wants to say something, they can, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, perfect.
But
so
I just want to, yeah, just give me one. But I would love for Wojtek and RJ at least to check out the Lumio thing, because our email also, we have so much stuff running on email. If we change a thing, I want him to chime in the discussion.
Yeah, and hopefully Kwazia can chime in too, because I think he had some ideas. So, but I think that's generally it. There's the Lumio about email and switching emails. So hopefully you guys can check it out. But then we only have one topic today to discuss, which is the ability, what we do with the multi-sig. This was discussed last week. The tension is because I proposed something. I guess it wasn't really a proposal, but basically the tension is that kicking people off the multi-sig is sort of an option that's being considered, and I don't know. For me, it seems unnecessary and kind of against the morals or like the values of Giveth, like inclusivity and all these things. And but at the same time, we have to deal with reality, and we have a multi-sig with 16 people on it and 14 people and 6 signatures. So the proposal, at least the proposal I'm going to make right now to kick off the conversation, is that we just keep it at 6 of 16 and add Bowen and Yeller and leave it at that. But I'm very excited to hear the responses from everybody. So any clarifying questions? Okay, no clarifying questions. So let's start with Kai.
So I wrote this on the Lumio as well. I just think that, I don't know, we started this. I did not think too much about the security of multi-sigs before, but I know other people do, and they explained it very well in the first talks we had about it. And yeah, so we should keep it kind of, manageable. And adding people to the multi-sig is kind of cumbersome. And so I was in favor of reducing the number of people on the multi-sig, because as I think RJ and Chris both pointed out, that there is has nothing to do with you being a part of Giveth or not. It's just a practicality mainly, and it should be managed on the secure side. And we have stale accounts on the multi-sig. They should be asked to remove themselves, if that's possible. That's what I think. But I give it to Chris.
Yeah, so what Guy said, I would just say that it's indeed cumbersome to add people and to change this. It has nothing to do with inclusivity, and so I would say people who are added to the multisig just commit to signing most of the time, and if they don't, then they go off it, and that's it. That's just a simple procedure that has nothing to do with diversity or inclusivity or whatever. It's just to get people paid, and less people on there makes it less complicated. So just keep it simple, but definitely not up the number of signatures needed. So I'm all in favor for that, and I give it to RJ because he also reacted on Lumia proposal.
Yeah, I think 6 of 16 is stupid and a security risk. It takes like basically a third of us to be like, "Oh, screw the rest of you guys. I'm gonna go walk off with everybody's money." Yeah, I highly am against keeping it at 6 of 16, and I'm all for removing a minimum of 4 people that aren't active, and I think that it should be bumped up to 51%. Confirmations as well. Wojtek.
Yeah, well, I think that the problem here is that we're using the multisig for something that it's not that intended to use right now. So I'm also for removing as many people as we can. And yeah, it doesn't matter that it's the only girls we have. Basically, they've been inactive, so let's do that. But definitely, there should be, yeah, we should mind about security. So we need at least 51%. I would even go maybe to 60. I don't know. Kate.
I really agree with what Kai says. It's sort of the feeling that I had in the last Gov meeting, really. Security. And I don't think the multi-sig is the place that diversity and inclusion particularly matters, because that's something that, like, if I was asked on multi-sig right now, I wouldn't feel very comfortable with that because I haven't really been involved with Giver for very long. So I feel like it's really for, like, core members and stuff, and people that are highly trusted, rather than being a kind of inclusive thing. Who's not gone? Lindsay?
Yeah, I haven't gone. I think most of the team is on the same page with making sure security and practicality are our top priorities here. So whatever sounds like removing people is what keeps that a priority. So I support the team and what you guys decide. Everybody, is Lorelei still on the call, or is everybody gone? Griff, have you chimed in?
Well, I made it, but I guess Lorelei's the only other person to go.
Yeah, I'm here. I just came back in. I'm sorry. We just got to do airport stuff. Do what you need to do.
Oops, we lost Lorelei again.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you don't have anything to say? Okay, cool. So what I'm going to go with is that there was a clear consensus on kicking people off the multi-sig. Amend and clarify. I guess I have another question, is the logistics of actually doing that. Honestly, I'm against this move, and so normally it would be on me to push this action. Like, I'm going to support the action, but I don't really want to have that conversation of kicking people off the multi-sig. So I guess I need a volunteer to actually have the conversation with the people that we're kicking off and identify the people that we're kicking off. I hear the strong move for people that want to bring it to 51%. I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it is kind of a random number, it's just like a magic number that we have over 50% majority to control our governance of the funds. But to bring it to 50%, that means we have to get down to 12 people. So that means we have to kick off 4. The likely candidates from that poll are Jordy, and Grace and Jen, Alan, and go ahead, and
the White Hat Group.
Oz. Oz was also had very few signatures, so I think that we can easily find those people, but or choose those people and even get us to 6 of 11. But the issue is I need a volunteer to coordinate that and have those conversations with those people, and also to push the multi-sig signatures through. Does anyone want to volunteer for that?
Does it, just a question, does it make sense, just a question, not forcing them, that Bowen or Lorelei, as they're working on the speedy payments, that they would check this?
She's busy going through security right now, so we can have to ask her in a second.
Hey, I'm happy to do it. I don't know that it's appropriate coming from me, but anything you guys need from me, I'm happy to do.
Yay!
I want I want to say that I think Quasia started the original discussion with the exact words. So if nobody's gonna do anything, I'm gonna do something. So if nobody wants to do, I'm pretty sure he would. I'm not sure if he has the time though, but he would definitely do it.
He does not. He's away all the time.
That's true.
I also want to say that if I think Lindsay can do that, that would be great. But like, if you need some help, or if I should do it, I can do it.
What I would say is that everyone's going to be really easy. I mean, Alan and Jen already volunteered to leave the multi-sig. Go for it. But the only one who's really difficult is Grace. I don't think she's going to want to leave the multi-sig. So if there's somebody who wants to have that conversation with her, that's the big one. And I would love it if it were you, Wojtek, or someone else who's been around with the team for a long time and already has a good working relationship with Grace.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, cool. So we'll do it by committee, I guess. I can at least manage the committee and make sure that people are addressed. I propose that we do this in the multi-sig channel and manage these discussions there, and that we will. I also propose that we leave the people that were on the multi-sig in the multi-sig channel, so they can be independent observers, and that we manage bringing this to 6 of 11 multi-sig. What do I have? Yeah, any objections? Okay, no objections. Proposal passed. That was easier than I thought. Okay, 6 of 11 multi-sig discussions in the multi-sig channel. Is there anything else that anyone wants to add to this discussion?
Just a quick question. Is that 11 including Bowen and Yaler?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll kick off 5 signatures, and we'll have that debate on who those people are, and and timeline by the end of by the next signature thing.
Sorry, I have one question too, Griff. The White Hat Group is on there. Who is that? What does that person need to be on there? Because they didn't sign anything either.
I guess what I would say is we have this discussion either in Illumio or in a thing. But as far as the White Hat Group, it's like the White Hat Group is very Jordy, me, and Alexi and Boki Puba. So I personally think that we could go 6 of 12 even with that, and have that there for like an emergency signing. But I'm open to debating that over Illumio or in our chat room.
Just in chat is fine to me personally. That we just get it done.
Okay. I want to close that discussion unless there's an objection and ask if anyone has anything fireside chatty to discuss. And actually, let's have an awkward pause for 5 minutes while I go through security. Someone else can lead.
Sure. So anyone in the fire chat?
Oh, yes, I have one point. It's a quick one, actually, just so that you know. Yaler worked his butt up to get the manifesto out there and put a lot of stress on us as a jury to actually get it done, and we got it done. Hooray. So what I would just ask personally is if you haven't checked it, the Medium post, please don't hesitate to. You don't have to read all of it, even if you just browse through it. It would be cool if you see stuff like, hey, this really makes sense to me, that you highlight it in Medium, which you can just do with Medium, and then I can see it, so that when we create the final manifesto, forgive it, out of all this, then we see what you guys find even more important. So that's just a suggestion how we can make our manifesto even more crowdsourced and stronger. But all feedback welcome, of course. I can also, if you prefer, just share maybe and give it Unicorns the Google Doc from which it comes, if you prefer doing it a Google Doc and not publicly in a Medium post, whatever you prefer.
I personally think we should share the Google Doc. It makes sense because there's already some highlights there.
Correct. Then we have it all in one place. Maybe I'll just do that and give it Unicorns then. Unless other thoughts, welcome.
Sure. Any other fireside chat from anyone?
Yeah, I think we want a quick meeting, it seems, huh? We can talk about the email thing if you guys want to. I checked out what you said, Wojtek, of course. I didn't think about that at first, but it's actually a good solution. Do you guys actually have any preference, or is this totally you don't even care?
I think that for the dApp itself, we don't really depend that much on where the actual mail is running.
Yeah,
and we just need the addresses, right?
Yeah, and also you need to know of the timeline. You know, it should not collide because there will be some services down or something, or maybe not. Maybe we can even leave that on Zoho. I don't even see why we should need to move that.
I think we should move everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Every single address.
But did you have a something in mind, or
some service?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I thought of like 2 check ones that I've used before, but I'm completely open. It was really just an idea. You know, this is definitely the best option because you just pay a fixed amount and you have unlimited amounts of emails.
It is so much cheaper than anything else. Can't even believe it. It's still possible. Yeah, so we will do it like that, I think. I'll leave the Lumio open for a few days and then.
The problem is that we're limited to with Zoho 10 accounts or something, and you have to pay per user.
20, yeah.
Okay.
And per user per month, which is kind of, right now, we wouldn't care, but if we're 100 people, 150, maybe we are many people at some point,
Right. And I think it makes sense if they're all active people, but sometimes they're not as active, so it doesn't make sense to pay for them. Yeah, I think the pay per service and then you get as many users is a good idea.
Yeah, because you also don't know beforehand if somebody will be active, but you definitely, we have this thing, we like to be inclusive, right? So one of the first things we give to people is an email address, so they can feel as a part of Giveth.
Right.
And it would be nice to just keep that as a, you know, just like a low cost action.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Any other firesides?
I've got one.
Shit, thanks. Nice.
Can I have an email, please, Kai?
Yes, so
The
in
wrong
that
moment to ask.
While you're changing over emails, can you just, you know, no.
no, of course you're on the list, but that's the thing. Like I could not have asked you because we were. I mean, I could have, but right now I hesitate to invite new people. But yeah, you will be invited once the new thing is, of course.
Wait.
Of course. So, should we close this? Should we wait for Griff? What's your?
I think it's fair because he.
Yeah.
Fine.
I just did a, oh yeah, just so you know, something to already put in your agenda for everyone. I mentioned it in my overview in the beginning, but so at 6 p.m. on Tuesday of the week of the June Hackathon, we're doing an AMA with all communities and organizations interested. So I'll try to share that today in communities, but I'll also share it in Giveth Unicorns. And you can just, whoever could be interested and would have questions is welcome to join that one. But also, most of all, you guys, all of you, who want to join like on the discussion side and just like answer questions, like just put it in your agenda, 6 p.m. On that Tuesday, and I'll send out a meeting request with a Giveth account as well, so that you see it in your still working email. I still wanted to put that one.
That's actually a good one because somebody, I forgot about this, because comms meeting was so short. We are actually invited by Human Venture to, I have to get more details, but they have a hackathon in Moscow on the 27th. And they would like us, I think, to judge on the panel because they're in contact with me and Griff, and they said hello in Barcelona. I don't have too many details, but I don't want to do it alone. I just wanted to see if there was interested in something like that. They want to talk to us about global challenges. It's the Global Challenges Hackathon.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Wakai, could you maybe ask for whoever wants to go if they are paying for flights and lodging, or not at all?
No. They would totally, but they invited me for a teleconference.
Okay.
So they were saying they would be very happy if I and Giveth, you know, somebody joined. So I will find out what it is they actually do there. Because there's this Global Challenges Fund, and the Global Challenges Fund is collecting global challenges like saving our environment and collecting plans on how to actually solve those. So this is a very cool event, to be honest.
Yeah, well, once we have the location, I think it'll be easier to get someone to go with you too.
Oh no, it's not. You were not there for the beginning. This is a Human Ventures thing, and Anton just told me that they have a hackathon in Moscow, and they would like to, Moscow, on the 27th of May, and they would probably like us to be there via teleconference to talk or maybe help them judge or whatever. They were not very clear in that, so I have to ask.
Okay, cool.
Just so you know.
That sounds cool.
I have one more.
Okay.
This reminded me. Basically, we were talking about transparency and stuff like that, and I've looked at our calendar, and there's like a lot of things missing. So I would like to ask every single one of you who knows that they're going somewhere or doing something like that on behalf of Giveth to add it to the calendar so that people can actually see where we're going, where we will be.
Yeah, that's a great point, and it's actually, and I've been guilty of it as well. It's a really simple thing to do. If you put it in your own calendar, whether it's Google or an Outlook client or whatever, you just send it. Also, you invite giveit.io@gmail.com, and then it automatically comes in the agenda. So even if you don't have access directly, I don't do it either. It's easier just invite giveit.io, and then so it's giveth, and then DOT io@gmail.com. Just add it, and it appears in our agenda, in our calendar.
That's a great hack. I will definitely start doing that.
Yay!
I think that's everything, right, guys?
Yeah, you should fly away.
Okay, well, let's close it out. I'll start. Thank you guys for having this awesome meeting and it working out so well, and for helping manage everything. Really appreciate it, and I'm glad that we have closure on the multisig. How about Kai?
Yeah, nice meeting. Short and sweet. Thanks, guys. Looking forward to next week. RJ.
Yeah, good, efficient meeting. It's good hearing everybody's voice. Looking forward to seeing everybody in Barcelona. It'll be fun. Chris.
Yay.
Yeah, thanks for the quick and efficient meeting. And I'll also be flying away to New York. See you guys soon. And I give it to Wojtek.
Hey guys, thanks for the meeting. See you guys soon. Lindsay.
All right, bye guys. I'm really excited to see you in like just 2 weeks in Barcelona. Thanks for the meeting, and talk to you next week. And we are missing Kate.
I enjoyed this little meeting, and I feel like we've got a really good resolution for the multisig. And I think everyone else is gone. So that's it.
Me.
Lorelai.
Oh, Lorelai. Go ahead.
I have been here. Yeah, thanks everybody for like holding it together and being productive and stuff throughout our mess. And yeah, I'm just excited to see you all. Chris, thanks for that note on the calendar, and Wojtek. We'll start putting that into motion. Yeah, is that everyone?
I guess so. Thank you, guys.
Cool.
See you. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.